You are welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe now for you to see more of my videos. Thank you. Please subscribe. Yeah, I want to show you how to sharpen GTS RottenCLIPPER blade. Rotten surface clipper blade. Can you see the GTS clipper blade I'm holding? Can you see the inner part of it? The inside of rotten. This one was picked inside a dustbin. Somebody now brought it to me that has used it for my tutorial. I will now use it. This tutorial we are about to enter, I only do this tutorial for only those who want to learn. Only for those who want to learn. Only for those who are ready to learn. Only for those who have it in mind, who have the wish of becoming a professional barber sharpening clipper blade by themselves professionally. Only for the serious ones. Yeah, the tutorial I'm now uploading on YouTube now is for only those who have the full interest in learning on how to sharpen clipper blade, on how to sharpening stone. If you have the full interest, you want to know how to learn, subscribe to my channel. Let's go now. Yeah, look at my pointer. Can you see the place I am pointing to now? That area is not rotten. It's not too much rotten. Can you see it? Likewise, that rectangular area I am circling now. That area too is not rotting too much. When you look at the inner surface of where I am now, that place is not that small area, is not rotting too. But the rest area are rotting. Entirely the main surface has been chopped off. The entirely surface, the inner surface of this button GTS clipper blade have been chopped off. Now, somebody now brought it to me that I should use it for tutorial. One of my customers said, Master Barbers, I want you to use this clipper blade for tutorial. He only brought the bottom blade. Then I now find another upper blade for it again. That one too has rotten a little bit, but not too much as the bottom clipper blade. That is GTS. Now, if you want to know how to sharpen clipper blade, you want to become a professional. You want to be able to sharpen the clipper blade step by step for yourself as a private. For yourself as a private. For yourself, I'm still saying it. Also for commercial purposes, so that different type of people will now be bringing their clipper blades to you for sharpening. Their clippers for maintenance. Yeah, try to watch this tutorial very well. Can you see the inner part of the upper blade? I joined this one together with that bottom blade. It was only bottom blade that customer brought to me. This one too is rotting a little, but not as much as deep as that bottom clipper blade. Now, can you see my pointer? The inner surface has been rotting a little, and I want to join the two of them together. Can you see the inner surfaces of the two, the upper and the bottom clipper blade I want to use for tutorial now? Can you see the outer part of them? Yeah, can you see it? I want to join the two together and sharpen them professionally, logically, technically, correctly. Okay, that is what they call a professional. As I'm saying, this tutorial is for only those who want to learn. This tutorial is for those only who want to learn. Yeah, this our tutorial has become, it has grown now. It has been upgraded to the highest point for only those who want to learn. For only those who want to learn. If you want to learn, if you want to know how to sharpen clipper blade, you want to know much about super sharpening stone. Can you see the stone I want to use? Yeah, can you see the inner surface of it? This is the super hard manner sharpening stone I want to use. I'm not using this side. I'm not using this side. I'm not using this side. This is the side I want to use now. That marked area, that marked surface. That is the surface I want to use. I want to sharpen this clipper blade step by step. I want to do it in the slowest form for you to understand it. No rushing. That is why I'm saying it is only for those who want to learn. Only for those who want to learn. If you don't want to learn, quit. If you don't want to learn, quit. If you don't want to learn at all, quit. Yeah, these are the type of videos I'll now be producing for you, for the good ones, good barbers, good proprietors, good stylists, good customers, good people that bought their own clipper by themselves, using it for private use. Yeah, these are the type of tutorials I will now be producing for you. I will not cut anything off. You can be able to see the way I'm doing it from A to Z. See the type of this masking tape I'm using. The masking tape you have to get better gum, very strong one. This one is strong, but you will see the way this blade will consume many masking tape. Cut off masking tape, you see the way it will consume it. I mean the bottom blade, because this type of clipper blade now is not easy to sharpen. For a learner, it's not easy to sharpen for the beginners. So I want to do it step by step for you to be able to know the way you'll be handling your own sharpening, your own shop. When I cut some rough areas off, you might not know how the process I'm taking it. I want to put everything raw for you. I want to put it raw. I want to upload it raw so that you can be able to see it step by step, the way I am maneuvering my way before the sharpening, professional sharpening can be done. Yeah, can be achieved. Can you see this learning of the clipper blade? Many barbers, I'm not saying some, many barbers look it common. They look it as if it is easy to do. Yeah, many barbers, even in my environment, many barbers will be telling me, reduce price for us. What you are doing is not hard to do. You just put the blade on top of the super hard manual sharpening, so you just go to and fro like 2 or 3 times. For the upper blade, for the bottom blade, you now test. You say this thing is good, and we will test it. It will cut here perfectly, neatly, correctly, logically, professionally, okay, without error. It will now be working like new one, like new one, even better than the new one. Can you see? But when you now try it on your own, you will now see that it's not an easy job to do. Yeah, it is not an easy job to do at all over the world, I'm saying. When you get a barber in one environment, like 1,000 barbers in one environment, hardly you can see 5 that know how to use this tool perfectly, correctly, professionally. Okay, hardly you can see 5 out of that 1,000. So many people look it common that it's not hard to do, but when you make attempt, you will know that khaki is not leather. It is not easy to do at all. When you follow my tutorial, I will now show you. Let's go into the field. Can you see the way I've started now? I've started by the left hand side. Yeah, putting up the masking tape at the back of my blade. Apply application of the treatment to cover the whole surface. You're counting to half row. This one is 10 times for one side. Now see the area the sharpening has covered. That is the first position. You see, this was the style I used last in the previous tutorial. Don't forget, I want to use this style like 3 or 4 times so that I can be able to master it. When you master this style, I will change into another style again. I have different type of styles in sharpening my own clipper blade in my own studio. Yeah, can you see that right hand side I'm circling? The sharpening have not touched that area. The sharpening has not touched that area. Now, I'm trying to check again. You must be able to know how to study the inner surface. It's very, very important. Watch me carefully. When you watch this left hand side of sharpening, look toward the corner. Look toward the corner. Remain a little there. Yeah, that area I'm circling. Remain a little. Though if you don't know how to watch carefully, you might not see it. And when you sharpen all finished, you now test it to not work. Yeah, that small area will not allow the blade to work. The complete mouth will not work. So you need to know how to study. You must be able to settle down well. You know how to study the inner surface of the clipper blade very well. That is the number one thing you have to know. That is why I am doing all this my tutorial slowly for you. That is why I say for only those who want to learn. If you don't want to learn, quit. So this tutorial now, when you watch carefully, the angle now, I've touched that angle. When I counted to and fro 10 times for number 1, then to clear that angle, I count to and fro 5 times or 3 or 4 times. You now reduce it so that it will not chop over to the level of the first you have sharpened. Take note. The moment you sharpen the front, you always sharpen the back too. So the right hand side I'm circling now, that is the area I want to put my thumb now. Let us watch carefully. Don't forget application of your treatment, equally to cover the whole surface the areas you want to use. Can you see? I place this blade at the angle of 60 degrees. I place the upper blade at the angle of 60 degrees. Can you see where I place my pointer? I divide the blade into 2. At the center in the front, I position my thumb. At the center at the back, I position my thumb. Try to take note. I place this upper blade at the angle of 60 degrees. I'm sharpening for the right hand side now. Let us check whether it has covered. Yeah, I can see it has covered up. This one is only to and fro 10 times. It is only 10 times that cover or chop all. Can you see it? It seems the surface has been sharpened correctly. You don't need to rush. You don't need to rush. Follow this tutorial step by step. Follow this tutorial step by step so that you can be able to know how to maneuver your way in sharpening the clipper blade. You take it step by step. Don't rush. Don't rush, and don't jump any of my steps. Don't jump anyone. Don't bypass it. Don't jump it. Don't omit anyone. Try to follow it step by step. Yeah, application of the treatment. The bottom blade now, you see the way I place it at the angle of 45. The upper blade at the angle of 60 degrees. The bottom blade at the angle of 45 degrees. Can you see it? Let me still replace it again so that I can see it. I want to show you the inner part so that I can see able to see it properly. Can you see? That was the blade I showed you initially now. All this inner surface of the bottom blade have been rotten. Very, very rotten. This blade was picked inside the dustbin. Somebody now brought it to me for tutorial. You have to clear it off now for you to be able to see that what auto can do professionally, logically, technically. Okay, manual stove can still do it even better than that one if you know how to maneuver your way. Let's go. Can you see where I place my pointer? I divide the blade into 2. In the center at the hub, I position my hand. In the center at the back, I position my thumb again. Try to follow me step by step. This one now, you know the what do you call it? The rust is in the surface. It is very, very hard for the blade to move. Can you see how my thumb is removing from there? And this one now, if you watch carefully, the masking tape will be removing continuously before this type of blade can be sharpened correctly finished. The masking tape will remove like 20 or 30 times. Yeah, because I want to do this step by step for you to see it, so that when you are doing it in your shop, when you are doing it at home, you can be able to know that it is a normal thing. When the masking tape begin to be removing sometimes, it is normal. Yeah, it used to happen even many times at times. When you are sharpening a rusted blade, it will not be easy for the blade to move. Can you see the circling area, that shiny area? That is the place the sharpening have just started. Can you see that shiny area I'm circling? That is the exact place the stone have just started working. You have to take note very well. Watch carefully. Watch carefully. See the way I place my thumb. If you watch carefully, this circling, my thumb was positioned on the top at the center. Yeah, I will show you again now. Application of treatment to cover the whole surface again. Then placement of the bottom blade at the angle 45 degrees. Try to watch carefully. At the angle 45 degrees. Can you see I'm picking my pointer? I divide the blade into 2. Placing my hand in the center and the front. Then at the back, I started from the back. Now continue with the front. Can you see? This masking tape will be removing continuous when the work get to work now, because it's not easy to sharpen this kind of blade. and at the same time I design different type of surfaces for my stones. So this stone I want to use, I want it to be chopping it small, so that you be using your eyes to see the progress in the inner surface of the clipper blade. I don't want to use a stone that will just be chopping anyhow. Can you see the shiny areas now? The shiny areas has extend to the left hand side. Try to watch carefully. This tutorial is for learners only, for those who want to learn. If you don't want to learn, quit. This tutorial now, when you watch all this type of tutorial, you can never see it. I intentionally be producing all this type of tutorial now to help you barbers, the stylists, proprietors, customer, the private people that get their own private clippers, to assist everybody all over the world. That is the reason why I'm producing this type of video. It is too lengthy, but when you can watch it finish, you have to gain a lot. You must gain. Throughout this type of videos, you must become a professional. Can you see the masking tape has removed? As I've told you, I have to replace it back again. So it is normal when the masking tape is removing because of the treatment. The moment the treatment enter in between the masking tape and the iron, the blade, the masking tape will be removing. And this kind of blade is not easy to sharp. The surface have been rusted. It is not easy to move on the super hard manual sharpening stone. Application of treatment again, try to take notes. Yeah, try to take notes. Take notes very well. I want to elaborate, I want to expand, I want to show you the details, the way I'm sharpening, how I become a professional, how I become a master, how I become a real professional. That master you see my name, it was somebody who gave me. It is not my real name. It was somebody who gave me master. That is my name, Master Barbers. Can you see? It was somebody who gave me. So try to watch carefully. Try to watch carefully. Look at the way I'm doing it step by step. You look at the way I am doing it step by step. You look at the way I am doing it. Can you see the way see that shiny areas? I'm circling my pointer around. Those are the area the stone has touched. Can you see? This work is with sense. When you follow this type of tutorial very well, you understand what I'm trying to say. You know, we started from the right hand side. The circling was expanding a little. Now we move our hand into the second side. Now the shiny has extended to the second side now. But when you look carefully at the back, it has covered to the left hand side. But at the top, remain a little to cover to the side, to the left side. I will now cover that left side so that the shiny from the right hand side will now cover towards the left hand side and finish it up. I mean, inner surface of the upper blade in the front, where the small teeth is. By the down part of it, the shiny has not crossed that area to the left hand side. Now I'm doing it to cover that side up. I will show you now. When I cover that area finish now, then we now go back to where we have started. I will show you now. Can you see now? Yeah, I will show you the area I'm seeing now. That's not covered up. Look at the area I'm following now. Follow me up. See the place I reach now. I'll over it again. I'm still coming back into it. Just follow the way I'm doing it. You see that area I'm circling now? The sharpening has not covered that area. Can you see it? It has covered for the right, but it has not covered for the left. So what you have done to the left and right hand side, you make it neat. The shiny has shown. You have to do it down to that area I'm circling now. Can you see that angle? You have to make that shiny to cover that area too, so that the shining will start from the left and right hand side to finish up with the left hand side, which means the down part has been sharpened correctly. Take note. That small area, that black area, you have to cover it off before you go anywhere. Let's go into it. Then you now position your thumb at that side. That side that remains small to cover, that is the side you are going to place your thumb down. Can you see where I'm pointing? Can you see that area I'm pointing? That is where you are going to position your thumb. This work is logic. This work is technical. This work is with brain. You don't need to rush. Once you can be able to be studying the inner surface very well, where the stone has reached, where the stone is coming from, where it has reached, then you have to control your thumb to move it forward, to progress it up. It is the you that will be controlled. Can you see the masking tape as you move again, as I've told you? That is how you, but before you put the masking tape, you clean the back of the blade very well before you apply another one there. Can you see I've told you? Because this iron is not easy to move on the stone. It is not easy to move on the stone. Rusted blade is not easy to move. Very, very hard. If you want to move it, you move it by force. And the force you are using on it, the moment the treatment enter in between the sellotape and the iron, the sellotape will remove. Can you see? This thing have to be dealing with sense, correct sense, with real slow motion. Can you see? You don't need to rush. I'm teaching you. That's why I'm doing it in a slow motion. And I don't want to use a stone that will chop everything once that you will not see the meaning of what I'm doing. You will only see that I've done it fairness and I tested it. You won't gain from that one. So anybody that wants to get any barber, any stylist, any professional proprietor, can you see that angle I'm trying to say now? Can you see that shiny area it has covered? Can you see it now? You can see it now. You see, so that shiny now has come from the right hand side, cover to the down part, to the side, to the other side, to the left side. Likely for the back too, when you watch from the right hand side to the left hand side too. Can you see it now? You see the way I'm following it now? So the shining has covered that area, which means the stone has walked across that area, that shining area. That shining area has been sharpened. Now we have to be progressing to the front at the same time to the back again, because for the back you have to sharpen it to nearly reach the two holes at the back. Can you try to understand me? If you want to make it flatten very well, see the area I'm now giving you sign. Remain that area now, that black area, the stone has not touched it at all. The stone has not touched that area. We need to take note very well. Try to watch me carefully. Watch this tutorial very well. You must have to gain. You must have to gain. I don't want to be doing anyhow tutorial. I want to be doing tutorial so that when you watch it, you must be able to gain 1, 2, or 3 more things there. Yeah, from all this kind of tutorial, you can be able to understand the nature of sharpening, the nature of studying the inner surface. You see that black area I'm circling, that black area is down. Where you see shiny area, that area is up. So the upper plate has chopped that area, that black area has chopped it. So that area is just like a valley. It's just like a step. That black area, when you stand on that black area, that shiny area is higher than that black area. So you have to be bringing that shiny down a little bit to meet the level of that black area. That is what you are trying to do now. So this work is logic, this work is technical, but once you can be able to understand the studying of the inner surface, study of the inner surface, take note, study of the inner surface. When you can watch carefully and the way I'm explaining to you, you are following my pointer, you can be able to understand that shiny anywhere you, as soon as put your blade on the sharpening stone, you go to and fro, you open it, any shiny area you see, that is the most highest point in that inner surface. That is the area the stone is going to touch first. So the black area now, the level is lower than that shiny area. You now be filing them up, chopping the iron down, so that you go and meet the level of that black area, that is valley. So this work with strength is with sense, and you should be able to know how to control your thumb so that the pressure will not be too much in one side than the other. Can you see the way I place my pointer? Follow me up well. You must be able to become a professional in watching my YouTube videos. All these my tutorials will help. When I say I should cut, you will not understand many things. But when you see everything raw like this, you can see the way I'm doing it from A to Z. That is number one. Then secondly, how tedious the work is, you'll be able to take your eyes to see it. How many times you are applying treatment, you can be able to see. Can you see that shining now? The shining is becoming wider and brighter. The more you sharp, the more the shining is becoming brighter. That is how to study the inner surface. When you look at the brighter now from the right hand side now, you can see that the brighter is too many in the right hand side. The left hand side is following it. So our sharpening now, try to follow me up. Yeah, it's going to that area and pointing out. That area, that front. Yeah, you know, for the right hand side, that shining has show very well. You have to shine that left hand too, so that you'll be matching with the right hand side. Take note. The more you shine that right hand side, you have to come back to the left hand side to make sure you shine it to be equal to the right hand side. To follow me step by step. When you follow this kind of tutorial, you must be able to know how to study the inner surface. That is number one. Once you can be able to understand how to study the inner surface, you will get this thing right. Because I will not deceive you, I'm not a liar. Once you don't understand the study of the inner surface, you can't sharp. You can't sharp correctly. You cannot sharp correctly, I'm saying it. If you don't know how to study the inner surface very well, you know where the stone has worked, where the stone has not worked, where the stone has worked partially. You understand all these things very, very well. You must be able to become a professional. That is why I don't want to cut all those parts off. Many of our people are cutting that part off. When you are watching their video, it will look somehow fast, but you cannot gain. Most of them you cannot gain there. But this kind of raw tutorial, when you watch it from A to Z, you must have to gain. I did not hide anything for you. I would really want to assist our Baba. Can you see that shining now? Can you see the shining? Yeah, it has been bold, shiny, very, very exposed. The black area showed. The shiny area show. Can you see the way I'm circling it? Those black area now you are seeing the stone has not touched all those black area. Take note. Can you see from that point out to the front, the stone has not touched it. That area goes down than that shiny area. The work have just started. The work have started. This thing is work of sense. It is work of sense. That is why most of the barbers find it difficult. Most of the barbers find it difficult, very, very difficult to sharpen clipper blade. It's not easy. Once you do not get the logics, you do not get in and out of it, you cannot sharp at all. I'm telling you sincerely. You need to be able to understand how to study the inner surface. That is why I'm showing you all these videos. I really want to assist. I really want to help. I don't want to hide any fact for anybody. Yeah, I don't want to hide any fact. Once you can cool down with all this type of video, you can watch them carefully. Then you follow my step. You must be able to become a professional on your own. First, you become a master to be sharpening your own first. After you become a professional, sharpening for other people. Then you now become a real professional in moving your hands faster, and this work will now be very, very easy for you to do. Can you see? So let me show you the inner part of it now. You can be able to see it. Can you see it now? See that shiny area. The shiny area now is now expanding the right hand side, going to the front, that the left hand side. Watch carefully. The inner part where the small things are in the right hand side, you can see that it's maneuvering to the front than that left hand side. So you have to cover that left too. Can you see that black area I'm circling? In the right hand side is becoming lighter, in the left hand side is thicker. So you have to balance left hand side to join with that right hand side. That is how to study the inner surface. It is the work at times that will be giving you direction where to go. When you know how to study the inner surface very well, the work, the inner surface, the sign in it will be giving you direction where to put your hand again. Where you are coming to show you, where you have done it reach it to show you. When exactly you're supposed to place your thumb to maneuver your way and progress in your work. It is the sign that will be giving you control at times. And at times you are the one to be controlling the work. Those two things you have to master it. You have to master it. See where I'm positioning my thumb now. Can you see? Many times this thing will be removed because any rusted iron is not easy to sharpen. It will not be agreed to move. It will not be very, very easy to move on the super hard manual sharpening stone. Yeah, and that's where you want to move it to be very sticky. Now be disturbing the sellotape on top of it. So the sellotape will be removing from time to time. You don't need to care about that. But if you can get correct masking tape, yeah, if you can get correct masking tape, it will not be removing so many times like that. But this one is not original. I need to tell you the fact. I'm using this one for tutorial so that you can be able to know the way or how this sharpening used to give headache at times. If I omit all this side, you may not know. So when you are sharpening now, this masking tape are removing, you will get confused. You will get confused. Say this the way Master Baba used to do his own. The masking don't used to remove. It's used to remove for everybody throughout the world. Unless you don't put your hand into this thing very, very, very well. You sharp on top of the clipper blades. Any type you are sharpening it, then you face with many challenges. The way you sharpen one totally different from the one that been rotten clipper blade. the sharpening process is very different. So person sharpening needle clipper blade all the time that have not tried all this rotten clipper blade has not become a professional. The person sharpening soft blades and you have not sharpened the hardened ones, you have not become a professional. That was a stylist called me, also a barber from Tanzania, told me that his stone only sharpen the soft blade, he cannot sharpen the hard ones. And the stone I recommended for him, it was the stone he bought. He showed me on the WhatsApp. I saw it. So he said the stone cannot sharp hard blade. I said it is a false, it's a lie. I now need to be directing him before his stone can be able, before he can be able to be using it to sharpen all the stronger blades. So before you can become a real professional, you must be able to deal with all these hard irons, all these stubborn clipper blades. Yeah, all these stubborn ones, rotten ones. You have to locate them, find them all around. All these stronger blades, all these thick blades. Go and find them, locate them, be using them for practice. That is the only and the best way. No any way you can become a real professional. So when you are sharpening starters, all these soft blades all the time, you are not conversant with it, all these thick blades. You will find it difficult when they pack all these thick blades to you. You will find it very difficult. A customer can bring like 20 pieces all these thick blades. If you are not used to it, it will spoil your stone and it will be giving you disgrace. Can you see where we have work reach now? The shining is extending to the front. The shining part is now extending to the front. Can you see? And it's becoming brighter. The more you are sharpening, the more the level of that shining is going down a little bit to meet the level of that black area. Don't forget, that black area is lower than that shiny area. That is how to study the inner surface. Any shiny area you see, that level, when you stand there and another person, you have the same height, another person standing on that black area, you'll be taller than that person standing on that black area, which means the shiny area is higher. That level is higher than those black areas. You have to be bringing down the level of that shiny area down a little, so that the level will be somehow straightened to each other. The level will be equally the same on the top. That is why the problem is at times. You see some people, they sharp clipper blade finish. All the shiny ones shine across all the inner surface of the clipper blade. But when the test do not work, which means the level is not balanced. The level is not balanced. It is not all iron you sharpen that shine across that can cut air. I'm giving you the secret again. We are coming to that later. So follow me step by step the way I'm doing it. Follow my pointer. Let's go again near the camera. Can you see that shining now? The shining is becoming greater and is now expanding towards the right hand side to the front and the left hand side. Take note where my broom is. Yeah, where I reach now. The right hand side is becoming is progressing than that left hand side. So you have to be moving a little. Don't forget, the number of to and fro you count for the first side. You still have to be repeating the number of to and fro for the other side too. Don't forget. The way you put pressure by the left hand side, don't forget that is how you are going to apply pressure on the other side too. When you take note of all these things, there will be no error, no mistake. Monitor the way I'm doing it. Monitor the way I maneuver my way in sharpening my own clipper blade. Don't compare me, don't compare my work to anybody's own. If you want to know how to sharpen clipper blade very well, follow my tutorials, follow my logics, follow my instructions. So when you follow my instructions, you can be able to result into better. This one is a good tutorial for you to learn. This is the type of tutorial you're supposed to be telling me to be producing for the sensible ones. Yeah, these are the type of tutorial you need to sit down with and watch carefully. You now practice. From there, you become a real professional in your own too. So please try to follow me step by step. This is Master Barbers. Try to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. That is number one thing you have to do. So that when you subscribe to my channel, the moment I upload video into my YouTube channel, you will be the number one to see my video. That is number one thing you have to take note. That is the number one thing. The moment I upload video into my YouTube channel, so far you have subscribed to my channel, you are going to be the number one to see it. You will not be searching for it. You will not be looking for it up and down. Yeah, this is a tutorial that I really made raw to help, to assist, to make sure all amateurs become professional, all professional become a real professional, all master become a professional, all those who don't have the knowledge about it are getting the knowledge about it. Yeah, don't forget application of treatment. Let it cover the whole surface and don't let it be too much. Don't let it be too much in this type of work because the masking tape will be removing continuously. You have to be applying it slightly so that the treatment will not be running over the blade you are sharpening. The moment the treatment is running over the masking tape will be removing. Can you see how my hand moved the stone? Take note, all these things used to be happen. So we used to cut them off in our video before. All this part, I want to show everything for you raw. You can be able to see everything live. Yeah, and the time is coming. I'll be sharpening clipper blade live on YouTube. Live. So be expecting that one. Can you see the shiny now? The shiny area by the left hand side is now being equal to the right hand side. Is progressing, maneuver, advancing to the front. It's progressing. Yeah, it's moving towards the front. Can you see it? Which means the sharpening is progressing. The sharpening is progressing. The sharpening is progressing by the right hand side, at the same time the left hand side too. This is what they call a professional. You're supposed to know the way to control your thumb to give you exactly the type of sharpening you want. You're supposed to know how to control your thumb, control your brain, so that your brain work in match with your thumb. You can be able to maneuver your way in the way you want it to be sharpened. Can you see it? When you study the inner surface, at times the work will direct you go this side, and when the work doesn't direct you, you want to direct the work, you can be able to know the way to where to place your thumb and get exact type of work you want to happen in that side. Yeah, can you see it? Look exactly where I'm positioning my thumb. See the way I'm applying my treatment, not too much in this type of work. If you apply it too much, the sellotape will be, masking tape will be removing. It will be removing. So this kind of job is not easy to do. Many people look sharpening, as if it's an easy thing to do. When you watch tutorial very well, it will become an easy thing. But if you don't get any brain, you want to try it, you will spoil as many blades as possible. Yeah, it is not lie. Many barbers all over the world have tried. They have tried it. It's not by mouth. Many have tried it and many have failed. But when you are watching all this type of tutorial, this is what they call a real tutorial on how to sharpen clipper blade. This is a real tutorial, raw tutorial. Yeah, this is the type of tutorial you're supposed to be begging me to be producing. I only doing all these things intentionally for you to assist all barbers, all professional barbers, all amateurs, stylists, proprietors, customers all over the world. Let us watch into the inner surface. Now, can you see that shining? The shining is becoming greater and shining more. Can you see? And you can see for the back, the shining is coming to the back towards the two holes. That is where the work have started. You know, I used to tell you, your sharpening starts immediately after the two holes. Your sharpening starts immediately after the two. Can you see that the sharpening is going near that two holes? Yeah, I always say it. It is not you that will force it to go there. The sharpening will control itself to that area. Now it has reached there. We are supposed to reach at the back. Now in the front now, the sharpening is going towards the front. When you watch carefully, the sharpening is going towards the front. The sharpening is going towards the front. It's going towards the front. And the way you try to maneuver your way, the way you know how to sharpen it, the way to control your thumb, everything have to be going up balancedly. It have to be balancing with the type of work you are doing so that you can result into better. Let us watch again. Yeah, application of treatment. Don't forget, your pressure for one side have to be the same with the other side. That is the pressure. Yeah, and the way your to and fro counting for the front have to be the same with the back. Take note again. And the way you apply treatment for the front, the application of the treatment for the back to have to be the same. You take note of all these things. If you count to and fro 10 times for the front, you still have to repeat to and fro 10 times again for the back. If you count to and fro 30 times for the front, you have to still repeat the same 30 to and fro for the back too. When you take note of all these things, you have no error. You'll be doing it little by little before you know what you are doing. Can you see now? The shining is going to the front. The changes is coming. Can you see it? This is where we know a real professional in sharpening of the clipper blade. Can you see that black area I'm pointing? Remain that area. Only that area it remains. But let me give you one logic. You see that black area that remains? You will systematically be chopping all those shiny area, coming down a little, coming down a little, coming down a little to meet the level of that black area. Many people don't know. If you try to sharpen that black area alone, you will lose the work you have been doing so far since the blade will not work. So you have to be systematically bring the level of that shiny area down to come and meet the level of that black area. That is where, and that is how many professionals miscalculate in sharpening of the clipper blade. This work is technical, it's with sense. But when you follow my tutorial very well, when you follow my tutorial, you follow the way I'm doing it, you follow my step, you follow my instructions, by the grace of Almighty God, you must have to become a professional. We must have to give glory to Almighty God. All your efforts, all the materials you've been buying to know this thing, in fact, you have resorted to better. But take note, before you become a professional, it is through the mistakes. If you are running for mistakes, you cannot become a professional. You will be practicing. The more you do mistake, the more you try to correct yourself. The more you do mistake, the more you try to correct yourself. And any mistake you do, you are unable to correct it. Snap the picture of the inner surface of that clipper blade to me on WhatsApp. Snap it to me on WhatsApp. I will tell you the way to control your thumb, to maneuver your way to correct it. If you are unable to correct it again, I will use it to do tutorial. For the whole world, you can be able to see it privately. Can you see? You can be able to see it on WhatsApp. Anyhow you like it. So can you see the sharpening now? The sharpening is now getting to the front. The sharpening is now moving to the front. The sharpening has shown quieter right now. The work is being done towards the front now. The work is moving, advances, progressing towards the front. This is where we know real professional. You cannot just handle your stone anyhow. You cannot just handle the sharpening of your clipper blade anyhow. Everything have to go step by step, logically, technically, professionally. Okay, yeah. Follow it up now. Follow my work. The sellotape has removed, you have to be replacing it again. Don't worry. All this one we are using it to learn. When you know how to sharpen clipper blade finish, there are ways of fashioning out different type of surfaces for each blade. Yeah, we are coming to that. This stone I'm using now, this stone is not so fast, but I'm using it for tutorial to help you people. When I use stone, I will chop once. You will not understand anything. I'm telling you. You will not understand anything. But when I'm doing it slowly, you can be able to see the way I'm doing it. The way the stone is chopping the iron. The way I maneuver my way to achieve my sharpening. You can be able to see everything clearly. No need to hide anything. I want to assist you all to become a real professional. So now depends on you now. This type of video is the type of videos you'll be expecting if you want to learn, if you want to know more, you want to become a professional, real professional in sharpening of the clipper blade. Can you see? Those are the challenges you face at times when sharpening all these strong irons clipper blades. It is not easy, but it's easy again. If to say I'm not using it for tutorial, I know the type of stone I can use. Under 5 minutes, I've done my job. Under 4 minutes, I've finished up the job. And I test it to be very neat. Can you see? But this stone is for tutorial. I'm still using it to collect money from the people. Yeah. I use it for work in my shop. I get different type of service. Can you see them on the table? I have more than 30 types, different types. Can you see where the work remains now? Can you see where the work remains? The work is progressing, gradual by gradual. The work is progressing little by little. The work is progressing from one step to the other by the way of using or controlling thumb in a proper way. That is why I am saying you must have to know and you must be able to now to study the inner surface. It is very, very important. I have to do one video on that one only, how to study the inner surface. Yeah, I have to be producing video on that one too, to help you, to assist everybody throughout the world. How to study the inner surface, that we will have an episode for that one. Different type of surfaces, how you be studying them, how you can work on them. We are coming to that later. That is why I'm saying you must have to subscribe. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. Subscribe. Then follow me up with the work I'm doing now. Follow up. Don't forget, the to and fro you are counting for the front, if it is 30 times, put it in mind. That is exactly to and fro number you have to count for the back. Don't forget. Yeah, can you see the masking tape has removed again? You have to clean the blade very well first. Can you see I'm cleaning it then before you put another one there? It's not a new thing. It is not a new thing. It is not a new thing. Yeah, it is not a new thing. It must have to happen. When you are sharpening for a very strong place, it used to happen like that. Can you see the shiny area now? Look at the shiny areas. Now, it has progressed to the edge of the clipper blade, but still remain a little. You see that rusted has chopped all the extreme edge of the blade. They've chopped it inside. This work have to be done with sense so that we will not lose all the work we have been doing so far. Take notes. Remain at the edge of the clipper blade, at the edge of the teeth. Let me put the masking, let me replace the masking tape again for the back blade. Yeah, you see the way I'm putting the masking tape I removed there, it's essentially putting them there for you to see. It used to happen like that when you are sampling a very strong place. It used to happen. But when I cut all those areas off, you will not know. You will not know. You just think it's only one masking tape at time. And at times you use only one. At times you use two. At times you use three. When they bring all this bad condemned clipper blade for you to sharpen, or you just see one you want to use for tutorial, it will consume many cut off sellotapes. Can you see the way this one is chopping now? So that is why I'm giving you raw. I'm giving you raw. You must be able to know where to position your thumb. You must be able to know it. Can you see? That one has soap too. It has removed too. I have to replace another one. You don't worry about that one. Your own is to achieve your aim. The moment you can sharpen and achieve your aim, all this technique will be helping you out. You now be moving faster. You know the way to design your super manual sharpening stone in order to give you effective works. Yeah. Can you see it? You see the shiny now. The shiny is covering, almost covered to the edge. See the left hand side I'm touching that black area. Remain that area. Remain that area. Can you see it? This work is logical. If care is not taken, this type of clipper blade now, before you sharpen it to the edge, you have to use your hand to spot the work again. I know what I meant. I know what I really mean. Because you must be able to sharpen to balance the surface, the inner surface of the two, the upper and the bottom clippers. You must be able to know how to study it very well. Now follow this work up properly. Follow it up very well. I want everybody to achieve. I want us to achieve very well. I want us to achieve. When you watch carefully, you look at the way I'm doing it, you can be able to do it by yourself, understand it, and become a real professional on your own. And become a real professional. Yeah. So I intentionally leave all this thing. You can be able to see everything raw. What you are going to be facing when you really put your head into this kind of sharpening. Yeah, what really are you going to be facing there? You can be able to see it. No need to hide anything out. That is why. Can you see the inner side now? You see that the work is progressing. The work is progressing. The work is moving. Look at where I'm putting my pointer. Remain little at that area. Where dark area is, remain little there. Remain little there. Yeah. Placing of the bottom blade at the angle of 45 degrees. Don't forget. You see where I position my thumb towards the edge of the clipper blade. Towards the edge, complete edge. That is how to sharpen that extreme edge of the clipper blade. The way I position my thumb is not easy. You need to hold it tight. And make sure the treatment is not in your hand. When the treatment is there, the clipper blade will be falling out. It will be falling out. Can you see the way I'm doing it? That's scissor movement in sharpening of the clipper blade. Yeah. This work is with sense, real sense. Can you see the masking tape has been soaked again? I've removed it. I'm trying to clean the body of the blade very well. Let us watch the inside now. Let us watch it carefully. You see the area I'm pointing to? Still remain a little there. It remains a little there. It remains a little. Can you see? The work has started from the back towards the front. Can you see it? Let us look the next step now. Let us watch. I want to put the masking tape again. I'm putting the masking tape again. Trying to study the inner surface very well. Can you see it now? Try to watch carefully. Follow this video step by step. Follow it squarely. When you follow it very well, you like to watch all my steps there. From there, you can be able to be practicing on your own. And let me remind you again, continuous practice can make you become a master. Continuous practicing only can make you become a master in sharpening of the clipper blade. You see the area I'm pointing to? That's the area I want to place my thumb. You see? It used to happen like that at times. The blade is very, very hard to sharpen. Then secondly, I'm now doing it slowly again. Then I did not use stone that will be chopping it anyhow. Can you see? For you to be able to see the secret behind the sharpening. That is the only reason. This blade cannot take me more than 5 minutes. Highest 3, 4, highest 5 minutes to clear it all. It cannot be more than that. But I do this thing slowly in the lowest form for you to be able to gain from this tutorial. For you to be able to gain from this tutorial. Once you can watch all this type of tutorial, you can understand it. Small time now, you become a real professional. You will become a real professional in sharpening of the clipper blades. The sharpening starts from the back to the front. Let us watch the next step again. Let us watch the next step. You watch carefully. Watch carefully. The work is getting to the end. It's getting to the end. I'm now sharpening the most difficult area now. That edge. It is not easy to sharpen. It is not easy to grit. Yeah, it is not easy to grit at all. Not easy to grit. It is not easy to grit. Your sharpening have to deal with sense. That is why I'm saying people using auto and manual almost work in the same way. Even auto cannot chop it once. Yeah, the auto engine cannot just chop this iron at once and sharp it at once. You have to follow the technique I'm using now. Sharpening it little by little, little by little. And if care is not taken in auto, you don't know how to control your thumb. When you sharpen it finish, it might not even work. I'm telling you. One side will be higher than the other. That is why in using of the super hard manual sharpening tool, it is you to be controlling your hand, to be controlling your thumb and the pressure on the clipper blade. It is you that will be controlling everything by yourself. In auto, there's a little difference. Little difference is there. But once you know how to maneuver your way in super hard manual sharpening stone, you can use auto perfectly. Even if you have not been seen auto before, they give it to you, they teach you the maintenance of it, you can be able to use it by yourself without anybody teaching you again. So try to maneuver your way from super hard manual sharpening stone manual to the auto. Yeah. Try to know how to use super hard manual sharpening stone very well. When you know how to use it very well to sharpen any type of clipper blade, you can be able to use it and achieve your aim in sharpening all type of clipper blade all over the world. You see the place I'm pointing, that is the place I place my thumb, and towards the extreme edge of the clipper blade. That area is not easy to sharpen. But when you follow my tutorial very well, you watch the way I'm placing my thumb, you can be able to do it yourself. DIY, do it yourself, very, very easy to do. Many people say it's difficult to sharp, but when you watch my tutorial very well, you find it very, very easy. You will find it very, very, can you see the shining across everywhere? Remain little at that area, it seems remain little. It seems to remain little at that area. The shining has across, but that area I'm still putting into it remain a little. Try to take care with that edge. If care is not taken, when you sharp it over, the blade will now open mouth, that is fish mouth. It will open mouth, it will not cut air. But as you are sharpening it, try to be watching the inside. Try to be observing the inner surface of it so that that front will not be go down lower than the back. So that the level will be the same. That is what they call a real professional, the sharpening of the clipper blade. Let us watch and see what is happening. Let us watch and see. Can you see in sharpening of the clipper blade, this thing deal with sense? Deal with sense. It's not hard to do. Once you can watch all this technique I'm using, once you can capture all those techniques, you means the work has been done properly. Can you see? That is the sign. The work has been done properly. Can you see the clipper, the blade name GTS? rotten clipper blades, upper and the bottom one rotten ones. Yeah, I want to use freehand testing styling method to test now. To test. I want to use freehand testing styling method to test. To test. When I test it in this way, then I open the inner surface of the upper and the bottom blade, and we can see carbon from the left hand side to the right hand side, which means the clipper blade have been sharpened correctly. Those my subscribers have been following me since, my viewers have been following me since, they can testify into that. My own is not until I mount it into the clipper engine and test. Once I use this side to test and give me that side, it has been sharpened correctly. I'm still testing the upper and the bottom blade. You see the way I position them in my fingers. You see the way I'm moving my thumb from left hand side to the right hand side to move the upper blade from one side to the other. Continuous like that, with a little pressure mount on it to press down on the bottom clipper blade, so that inner surface of the upper and the bottom blade are rubbing together without putting any treatment in between. It will now form carbon. Any part that is sharpened correctly, the carbon will be there. Any part that is not aligned, only the stainless will show there. There will be no carbon. Once you can see carbon from the left hand side to the right hand side, from the right hand side to the left hand side, which means the clipper blade agree together totally. They agree together, they can work together, they can cut hair perfectly when treated properly. Which means they have been sharpened correctly. Logically, technically, professionally, okay. Yeah, this sharpening of the clipper blade is step by step. It is step by step. So that is why I'm saying it's the work of logic. That is why many people used to tell me, many barbers, stylists, proprietors say I'm using magic. It's not magic. Once you can follow my steps, many people have been sharpening now. Many of my subscribers have been sharpening clipper blade by themselves. They show me on WhatsApp. Many call me, tell me, yeah. But I used to say I need better camera, please. Assist me all over the world. Help me please to get better camera. If you can send it to me, I will appreciate it. And at the same time, if you can send money to me, I will appreciate it. I need better camera. I need better camera. I need better camera. Can you see the inside now? Can you see the carbon from left hand side to the right hand side, from right hand side to the left hand side for the upper and the bottom blade? Which means this clipper blade have been sharpened correctly, logically, professionally, technically. Okay, can you see it? Please subscribe to my channel before we go for more videos. Thank you. Please, if you have not subscribed before, subscribe to this channel for more videos, for you to be able to see our notification. At the moment you subscribe, press the notification bell. The 3 bell will come out. Press the one at the top, the one they write all, ALL. Press it. That one was shaded with black color or white color. When you shade it, which means you have been get access to get our notifications. Thank you. Please subscribe now. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell to be seeing our videos from time to time. Thank you. Subscribe.